There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? The struggle is ongoing. I'm dying but still flowing. It's faith out of love in the unseen but all knowing. Benevolence benefits the race as a whole. It's a trip 6 billion and he picked coal. A sicker with a pistol, born wicked, a murder missile. Shaped for the job, zip carved with a chisel. Locked away tight behind prison bars. What I deserve is shallow. Unmarked. Didn't care, long to be buried till he sent me an angel and we got married. So I'ma fight for my wife every day of my life. Struggle through the wrong just to get to the right. Every day I get $1 when you listen to me holler. A dime in the coffin, just part of the offer. Throw me in a pit and I'ma pray like Daniel. Show you a lion that can conquer a spaniel. Coming from the dirt, I burst into episodes. Guard my heart cause I know it explodes. Fight demons like Michael, I long to disciple. How can I do it with all this dust on my Bible? Open up, flip page, research the wage. Word of life, shatters the cage. Off on a tangent, I release the blueprint. I'm hoping you use it as I'm happy to lose it. Drug sales and sex tales, in my career. One thing for certain is where I'm going from here. There's babies at home that are calling my name. You can blame me all you want, but I'm done with the game. There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? I'm living in my last breath, waiting for death. Will you answer my questions as they spew from my chest? Lord, I gotta know, am I to be my brother's keeper? If I cannot reach him, will you sentence me as a sleeper? Once and I'm leaving, I authentically change. Watch a man walk from his soul to his brain. You'll find inside the far reaches of his mind the time, the crime, and all he finds sublime. An absence of evil don't exist on this earth, so polluted, love diluted, it's hard to see word. Backs turned, you are as I was for years. How can you deny him with angels in years? Brother, I pray for you in the street, I lay for you. Jesus at the door and he's trying to save you. Temptations surround where evil abounds. It's a daily struggle just to stay above ground. Go ahead and ask me what I know about to do with a trunk full of dope and a family too. I bring it up and I spit the truth because I've lived the life you gon' do, it's true. Family exists to perpetuate the kingdom. Brother, I see you so begging to sing some. With hearts suppressed, we stay depressed. The values of the world and the souls impressed. No regrets, pick up the pieces, move forward. Grow from within, it begins with core work. I pray every day for your salvation carefully. When you find it, will you say a prayer for me? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? I stand before you now as a man, changed but still flawed. Represent my people, but my heart's with God. I recognize the problem when the homies started dying. Yet it took about a decade for me to start trying. But I'm here now, and I never leave you. Not the one who's born to deceive you. My very best, was it ever enough? Did you reject the slaughter when you got to life's rough? By now you know me, the old and the new, the man I was and the one I'm growing to. Leave a better world with my daughters and son. Apocalypse change in the wake when I'm done. I deserve to be burning, but I'm blessed and abundant. Speak of my faith because it's never redundant. The joy of my children, my wife's beautiful smile, make living through the pain in the world worthwhile. I'ma keep climbing, but not force it. Walk around my body when my life's ran its course. Continue on the path that's laid before me. Persevere through struggles and finish the war story. I fought for y'all and I hope you see it. There's wicked in the world, you don't have to be it. I rose to the top, then you watch me fall. I started with nothing, then I lost it all. I laid me down, time to exhale. The shell's used up and I'm ready to bail. Speaking from the crossroad, laying the clues. Only 2 ways to go, so choose. There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath? There's a book of life and book of death. What you gonna do with your very last breath?